Good to see you.
Okay, everyone, welcome back to the Road to 100. I've got a little bit of a treat here tonight as we have three blood codes that produce virtually identical builds with a little bit of nuances here and there while utilizing the same exact weapon set and veil set in order to kind of show some of the differences in damage, in abilities, while building for kind of the same mentality to show the versatility here in Code Vein of what we have going for us. Tonight we're going to be going for the Angel of Death here, as she will carry us into the Queen's Knight Reborn. And since we're going to be going for the Oni Bane and the Nagi Mukuro, um, and these two weapons are virtually identical as far as kind of the look of them. However, they have one nuance. Let's go over here to the light, and I'll show you the difference. So here's the Oni Bane, and here's the Nagi Mukuro, and you'll notice on the hilt. Let's see if I can get um, photo mode up here. For some reason, it always sets that back to nothing. Um, right here on the hilt, watch that area as we switch between the two weapons. So two or three red lines there. So this is the Oni Bane, and this is the Nagi Mukuro, and there are no red lines. Red lines, Oni Bane, not Oni Bane, no red lines. So that is the difference in aesthetic and look of the two weapons. However, in moveset, they have a few differences. So this is the Oni Bane. So you'll notice here's the regular heavy attack. It's kind of a hilt bash into a overhead charge or into an overhead slam. So that could pair with impact shockwave. And then the Nagi Mukuro, here's the charge or just the regular heavy, is a lunging slash forward. So then the charge attack here is a leaping strike forward with a heavy slash there, and then the Oni Bane is a standing slash. It doesn't advance the player much. Regular attacking for the Oni Bane, one, two, and that's it. And then into the combo there, and then the running attack is an overhead slam. Now for the Nagi Mukuro, it's the 1-2, same move set there. The running attack, still an overhead slam. The running heavy, overhead slam. There's the regular attack, and then the combo. The combo for this blade might be a little better than the combo for the Oni Bane, simply because you have that long delay in between the attacks there with the hilt bash. So kind of pick your poison there with which blade you want. The Oni Bane is a strength-based scaling weapon. So if you have high strength builds, this is definitely one that can carry you into a very long, great damaging on the physical. The Nagi Mukuro, though, is a heavier dex favored scaling rather than strength, as you can see there on the card. So if I click on this one and go to two-handed swords, you can see here that it's a dex of B and strength of C plus. It has really, really low requirements though, so you can get it on almost any blood code that has these low stat requirements. So you can pick this up pretty early on in the cathedral, and it comes in a +4 variant here. As you see, this is one I picked up, and if it's intensified, you have even better scaling. So if you have a high dex, low strength requirement, then this could be a great weapon. Something like, what is that? Heimdall could make use of it. As you see here, it increases by 100 damage simply because the dex is so high. For even Achilles can make use of this, as it goes up even higher because its dex is S plus, so it goes up to 1680. You could do something like Ryan or Volley, as long as you increase like strength and dex as a passive here. Uh, you know, a Harbinger can make use of it. Almost any blood code in the game can make use of it simply because of the fact of the dex scaling, but the requirements for it are so very low. And that's, you know, kind of interesting that Achilles can make use of it and has one of the highest pairings with the Nagi Mukuro out of almost any blood code. So kind of interesting there that those are kind of, you know, even Hades doesn't even get that high. So there, Warrior's pretty high, 1970. That's pretty good, but it has let's turn off the passives. So yeah, that could be good. That could be good. I mean, almost any blood code except for the heavy. That would be a good one there, Queen's Claw, except for the heavy based uh, like Queen's Throat, where it's mind and willpower based everything. So yeah, the Nagamukuro is a pretty versatile blade as far as what blood codes are available and ready and willing to use that uh, that blade. So kind of interesting that you know, you get it fairly early on from the cathedral, but you know, you can make great use of it later on. So this first blood code that we'll go over is Eos. So Eos can be a strength hybrid, and since we paired up with a mind uh, passive here, we can make use of Frostwave as we go. So for the Eos build, we would get access to a Frostwave active, kind of a ranged damaging gift. So that would be the one of the nuances here between running Eos and the others. The second one would be Atlas, and you can see here that Atlas doesn't have any mind-based anything for it. However, it's almost the same exact passives, with the exception here that we have to pair it with Rush of Blood, since we have a very, very, very low I-Core count. But we can get up to 42 with this blood code if we paired up with Rush of Blood here. So that it's pretty much the same exact stats, all the same weapons, all the same equipment as well, paired up with Regenerative Drain on all three blood codes here, and it gets you the same idea. Then the third blood code would be Pollux, and this would be the highest damage possible out of the three blood codes for the Oni Bane, and since that'll be the weapon of choice that we'll be going for here to see how Yakumo's special blade pairs up with our blood code and our crazy idea here tonight. Now the other difference is that you would have guard stability rather than concentration. Concentration will only be valid while we're blocking with steady bulwark and circular guard active to not take any damage. So this has more allowance built into it, as you're allowed to guard and reduce your stamina drain from all sides, but the minute you get hit, you don't lose that ability to reduce your stamina guard, simply because guard stability works no matter whether you get hit or not. So that's kind of the difference here of the allowance that you would have to go for in order to have the differences between the two. Now we're going to be paired up with I-Core Resonance on all three to make sure that whatever Yakumo's doing with his damaging attacks and such, we will be getting I-Core back as well. So my personal choice for the evening here will be Eos, simply because it has a higher I-Core pool overall, and also it has the active of Frostwave, so we can have kind of that hybrid of running, you know, sort of this guarding, recovering I-Core ability, while at the same time being able to retaliate with either an active of Tormenting Blast or the actual active of Frostwave. And since this only costs 5 I-Core and it's a piercing attack, it should serve us well. Okay, so we are gotta check our weapon here. We're on the Oni Bane, so that's good. Let's get some water before we get going. A little bit dry here. So all three of these, of course, will be in the description of the video. And since the Queen's Knight Reborn is weak to slash, we will definitely be exactly where we want to be with damage for him. So we'll go ahead and get all our things up here, and you can see here now we are 100 across the board and 100 across the board. So either sword we go for, we will be completely invulnerable. So we'll go for a backstab here, and since we're paired up with the GXL Defender, we will definitely be able to take a lot of damage and a lot of abuse no matter what. Okay. So here's why we want to have both, you know, an active as well as two different actives, simply because we can hit the enemy from range while at the same time being able to do damage up close and have something like Tormenting Blast. Yakumo like that, I guess. We're just gonna leave her be. Oh boy, wrong time. I can't see. Okay, but because we have Circular Guard, we can definitely make use of our ability here. Yeah, that was definitely the wrong time to go for any kind of communal there. But we're focused, so we can go for a launch, which will end her. That's good. Okay, let's go ahead and heal up here, because that was a blunder and a half there. Now we do have a pretty considerable health pool running Eos. Now she has the hammer, so we will definitely have some issues here, because she does have unblockables. Not sure what Yakumo's doing. Okay. Ooh. Okay. We're getting damaged here pretty good. Oof. And that's an unblockable, I guess. Let's go for a launch. Okay. And we'll go for an attack. Ooh, okay. And we definitely need to get Circular Guard up. And Steady Bulwark. There we go. Go for Ichor Resonance. And now we don't take any damage, that's good. Good, okay. Wow, that was a bit intense there. Okay, so now that we have ourselves kind of collected and together here, let's not run off the edge. Let's go ahead and pick this up if we can before we kill ourselves there. Let's go for concentration, so we can have you know, better defenses versus this lady here. Oh. Okay. Don't push me off the edge. Oof. Okay. And because we have regenerative... Ooh, a tungsten. Because we have regenerative drain as well, we need to... Oh, excuse me. We need to remember to make use of our veil to get health back. Like this. It's a good time to do it. Oh. Oh, whoops. Okay. Let's go for... We'll just keep what we have. Since, Yep. Okay. And this lady, we will definitely go... let's see. We'll go for a guard booster. We'll go for a drain. And we'll go for all the stamina things. So we don't, you know, run out in the middle of the attack here. And we'll go for a Circular Guard. Let's block. And we'll get some health back. Good job, Yakumo. And we'll go ahead and block here. Okay, now we're focused. Now that's good because we can run up on the next lady here, maybe, and get a launch on her real quick. There we go. And that'll give us some health. Let's go for more drain. There we go. That was a good double attack there. Okay, let's go for all the defensive things here. Let's see what this guy's gonna do. Nice one, Yakumo. Let's see if we can... Oh. We'll go to backstab on him. Okay, so, you know, I mean, it's not the most amazing thing in the world, but the fact that it's Eos running this as a kind of heavy tank with a strange kind of pairing here. Where's the dogs? There we go. And we can kill both dogs almost in one gift there. And since the GXL Defender has pretty good light scaling, it's about 1,000. It pairs up fairly okay, making Frostwave acceptable damage. I mean, 3,700. It's not, you know, it's not 20,000 or something crazy, but it's definitely something interesting. There we go. Kill this guy. And let's see, we don't have Circular Guard, but we can go for a Drain and what is that? Stamina Recovery. Okay, let's go for Circular Guard. And we'll go for this one just in case. Guard Booster. Okay, let's go ahead and defend those. And go for health back. There we go. Okay. Pretty good. Okay. So you can kind of see that, you know, we definitely have the ability here to stay in the game, you know, kind of all the time. And we'll go ahead and cheat our way back here with these three. So we have the ability to kind of stay in the fight. We have the ability to get health back. We have the ability to guard. We have the ability to punish. We have kind of the ability to do it all, as they say. So it's kind of great. And you see, as our I-core is getting higher and higher, we can definitely have a great amount of a collective health pool, or a I-core pool, as time goes on. Yeah, come here. This is good. And see, we have Circular Guard. Oh boy. Oh, I was gonna... that was an oopsie. Since we have Circular Guard active, even though the gunners are shooting at us, it doesn't matter because we have our back to them, and then that's completely fine. Yes, something strange did happen. I fell off the edge. That was very strange. But because Circular Guard is protecting us all around, and we have perfect block all around, we are able to definitely make great use of our you know, back being to the enemy there, and we don't have any issues with the gunners, simply because of the fact that oh, I didn't know she did that blood mist at the first shot there. Okay. Well, and since we have Tormenting Blast, we can make great use of you know, that ability there to punish as soon as we're blocking. Okay. And see, we can block these guys no problem. Okay. Let's go for an active drain there, combo drain, to get some health back. So Circular Guard pairs up really well with weapons that have a 100 perfect block, simply because of the fact that you're always going to be able to guard the enemy regardless of what's going on around you. And something like this, where we have guard drain rating up, we're getting more I-core back every time we block. Okay, let's get some health from the monkey. Let's go ahead and let our stamina regen, and we'll go for a stamina activator. Okay. Hello. And the third one, there we go. maybe a drain. Nope. Okay. Well, that's that. So, oh, 2 Queen Titanium back to back. How nice. Okay, we're going to take the upper route since it's less monkeys and more defending and more guarding with the crazy ladies. Push him. We'll just push him off the edge right quick. Now, this should go okay versus the Queen's Knight Reborn simply because of the fact that we are running slash, and we'll be fine. Okay. Oh, not this one. I need this and Ichor or stamina and drain activator, and we'll go for this guy first. Oh boy. Get our guard up. Okay. Let's get some health back. So both Yakumo and I are basically the same guy, except I'm the Angel of Death, and he's not. Okay, good job. Good job, Yakumo. And if we get Ichor Resonance up here, as he goes through his damaging attacks here, we'll definitely be able to make... Oh, we'll definitely be able to get more Ichor back. Now the shield lady up here has shield unblockables, so we'll have to watch out for that. Oh. Okay. So kind of taking it slow by an attack and then a guard and then an attack and then a guard. Okay. There's the unblockable, but that's okay. We'll go for a drain. But see, since we have really good defenses this time, oh, except when she does the 3-hit combo when I'm not defending, we have really good defenses all around, so we can definitely go ahead and make use of all of our defenses, and she doesn't, you know, aside from, like I said, that strange 3-hit combo that she just decided to go for there randomly, you know, we have really good ability to stay in the fight no matter what. Okay, she's gonna walk in here, and she can't do anything to us. She's gonna do blood damage. That's fine. Yakumo, you got a guard. Like that. See that? Okay, let's go for a launch. Can't really see what's happening here. Okay. Now we'll go for a second launch. And I love the baseball bat swing of the Oni Bane. I think it's really cool. And we'll just finish her down. Okay, so there we go. I don't know what Yakumo's doing down there. Oh, he's climbing up. Monkeys are trying to get us. Okay, that's always a bad day. Now we can encourage her to come over here simply by using a frost wave. Okay, let's go for a drain. Get some health back. Ooh, nice. We'll finish her off. So you can see that Eos definitely does not have to be simply a mind-based play. We definitely have mind kind of sprinkled in here with Frost Wave, but you know, you can definitely use it in very different ways than you know, you may have thought up to this point, since most everything with Eos is, for good reason, is mind-based, and that's the only thing, but it doesn't have to be. Now these guys, you want to be doing Ice Pierce, like that. But since that is not our most amazing thing that we're doing right now, we'll just kind of kill him and just go for Ichor ups, because he's kind of a quick, easy Ichor ups. I don't know where Yakumo's going. Please come back. Please come back. Okay. Well, he's off on an adventure. Now here, we won't really care about concentration. We're gonna be out of stamina anyways, but we can go for lightning weapon, and we're not really worried about Ichor getting back, and we can go for ice, as these are the two weaknesses, slash ice and lightning, and we probably won't need circular guard since he'll always be in front of us most of the time, but we'll keep it just for you know, the sake of the fight. Okay, so I don't know where Yakumo went, but I guess that's going to be that. So we'll go for this and this. Oh, he's back. That was fast. Hey, buddy. Okay, let's go for our stamina things. And we should be fairly okay for the fight here. As long as it's no shield bashes, we should be okay. Whoa. Okay, I'm dead. Oh boy. I'm dead. Okay. So this may go a little longer than I anticipated. Always this guy, you know, definitely hands myself to myself. Okay, so here we go. Now we may switch to Pollux and see kind of how that runs with this, since we won't really be needing Frostwave too much, as we'll be needing more damage out of the Oni Bane. But we'll see here. Okay, so this, circular guard, steady bulwark. We'll go for drain, and we'll go for the staminas. As you know, we need more damage back. I missed there with the... Okay. There we go, got some health back. Whoa. Let's hit him with a frost wave. Okay. Let's go for these two, as that helps Yakumo and myself. Both of us together. Let's go for health. Oh boy. Okay. We're living the dream here. Whoops. Okay, we definitely need to heal here. Yakumo, please don't die. Oh, he's almost dead. Okay. Okay, and we definitely need to go for circular guard. And we will need to go for steady bulwark. We need to go for all the others. Yakumo's getting knocked around. That's okay. Good, we can block that. Whoa. I guess I can't block that. Okay, good to know. There we go. Let's hit him with a frost wave. Won't do much, but it's something. Okay. There we go. We're out of stamina since we've been blocking so much. Okay. We definitely need some Ichor so we can heal Yakumo. Oof. Okay, let's heal. Where is he? There he is. Oh, I almost blocked. There we go. Okay, so second time's a charm. So that definitely worked out pretty well. So Eos for the win, I guess. The other two blood codes, I guess, are exactly the same. I mean, like I said, they're all very, 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 very similar. So you can pick and choose which blood code you would, you prefer. Maybe at this point in the game you only have Eos and Atlas, and you've been using Atlas. This could be a place where you could use it. It only benefits you more You do have a little bit more stamina issues than we had here, simply because you have Rush of Blood, and that's why the stamina reduction gifts are so important. So that way, every time you guard, you're not losing a significant amount of stamina every time you guard an attack, and so that gives you enough stamina to retaliate onto the enemy, while at the same time being able to use Tormenting Blast or whatever other um, active gift you prefer that you enjoy. I like Tormenting Blast simply because it's a pseudo AOE a little bit, but it definitely does really good damage on both strikes. If you have Eos, you see here what we just did. You can do that. Also, if you have Pollux, because you've done the DLCs early on there, you get Pollux from DLC 2, so you can get that pretty simply and easily. Uh, okay, but you could also utilize that one if you so choose. So that kind of is a neat way to get three. We had some stuttered frame drops there every time in that hallway. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's kind of neat that you can have three blood codes that do fairly the same exact thing, albeit just a little bit different damage output at at the cost of some ichor or some stamina or some different things like that. But it's a very interesting way to go ahead and be able to actually find the combinations of different blood codes that actually pair between themselves. That's kind of cool. The hair bobbing there in the wind as we go down the hallway there. So that was a little bit about running Eos as a strength kind of ultimate guarding, kind of blocking, running, bossing. I mean, it did fairly well bossing. It only took us 2 tries that time. So the Oni Bane, it's a great sword. It's great for slash. It's great for defenses if you're paired up with Steady Bulwark and Fortified. If you don't have Fortified and you're running something like I don't know, like an Intensified or a Devour, you definitely would need Guard Booster as well as Steady Bulwark. Now the Nagi Mukuro has lower defenses than the it has higher defenses than the Oni Bane, but you can kind of see here that the defenses drop off a little bit from the non-fortified version. So here's the fortified version, 93, 93, 99, and here it's 85, 85, 90. So it definitely drops off a little bit, but you can make up for that by having Guard Booster paired up with Guard Stability. Now, if you have these at 88, you will always guarantee that you are 100 block across the board. If you pair it up with Steady Bulwark, as it does a minimum of 12 increase to defense. I believe it's a 16, if I remember right. So let's find a really low weapon. So we were at 68, now we're at 82. So that was 14, or what was it? 68? It was at 68, right? Is my memory failing? Yeah, 68. So it was 14. So it varies though, because Steady Bulwark is a light-based weapon, or a light-based gift, and since we are pretty high mind here, but it's based off of our light ability. So if we change this one to a mind, and this one to sure, Dex and Mind, I believe Steady Bulwark increases more than what we had. So we were at 82 last time. I forget how it works exactly, but you can increase the defenses out of Steady Bulwark. It's like strength increases the defenses, but I'm not exactly sure. But it's a light based. I can't remember exactly. I've did it before, but it's been a while, and I haven't really had any reason to think about it. Simply because of the fact that I always pick the number 12, and if I have 88 in my defenses, then something like any one of these, if you have 88 across the board, then you'll definitely have 100 block. So here's the Nagemukuro again, and remember the 3 red stripes on the side. There you don't see the red stripes, and so that's just how it is. So okay, thank you all for watching. This has been a lot of fun, kind of discussing and going through how to pair up 3 different blood codes to do exactly the same thing, while at the same time, actually being effective and useful, instead of just something nuts. But I'm partial to Eos simply because you have an active gift that is light based. Oops, these are not supposed to be this, but you remember what they were, and the build will be in the description of the real thing. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great night, great day, whatever you're doing, and you just can enjoy this.